I really just wanted to kind of document this sort of thing so you can see how, yeah, it might be a little rough, but hopefully my plan is that it's going to continue to get better. So hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Katie Clark. I have been documenting my journey with enrolling my daughter into daycare for the first time. So I have tons of laundry here to do. Elle, Lindquist, who is another mama YouTuber, is very inspiring, folds her laundry and talks, and it's a Sunday. I'm trying to multitask and capitalize on my time, so I thought, why not? So Elle, if you're watching, thanks for inspiring. I actually filmed this whole video. I plan on updating you all about how the first week of daycare went, how Eliza's doing, my 5-month-old daughter, if you're new, and how I'm doing going back to work after 5 months of maternity leave. So I filmed this yesterday, and my initial intention for this video was to kind of do like a vlog day by day as we progressed and got through the week, but I immediately realized that that video would have been like a hot mess of emotions. So I thought the best way to do it would be to kind of do like a recap and be reflective and kind of give you the story and the progression instead of being very emotional the whole time. And it was done yesterday on Saturday, and it was all made up because we went out about in our day. Sundays, you know, are for relaxing and for family, and my husband's watching the game, Eliza's sleeping, so you're gonna see me in my glory with my hair naturally air drying. If you hear the dogs downstairs, they're playing. So this is only my experience. I'm not saying that this is what everyone's experience is with daycare, but I hope that it's helpful. I don't mean for it to cause alarm for anybody if you're going through this, and I plan on continuing the whole process through documenting it all. So I know that things are going to get better, but this was just my first week experience. So let's start with Eliza. She did really well. So she started on Monday, and I have footage from those first 2 days, I think, already uploaded. The first 2 days she did great. She had shorter days there, and then Wednesday was my first day back to work, and she honestly had a rough day. She didn't nap the whole entire day on Wednesday. She's kind of been having a difficult time napping in general there. My daughter was never a good napper. We sleep trained her because we were trying to get her ready for daycare, and everything seems to be out the window, which honestly is very frustrating for me and my husband, Andy, because we feel like we tortured her for sleep training for no reason now. She was doing so good, and maybe she'll get back on track, but I don't know. She's been coming home very exhausted, which has been challenging for us because we want to spend time with her, and we're really only getting like maybe an hour, and half of that time I'm feeding her, so it's been challenging to say the least. She's still not crying. They're saying she's not crying. She's just refusing to nap. I think she's just like overstimulated, and that's normal. They told me it was probably going to take a good 2 weeks for her to get acclimated. Every time I pick her up, she seems really calm, content even, and doesn't even notice me, which makes me sad, but she's just constantly observing and taking everything in. So yeah, she seems to be doing fine. She's taking her bottles great, which is very important. Now my first day back on Wednesday, I did really well at work. It flew by. It was such an adjustment. I definitely have not gotten my bearings yet at all. I'm gonna flip my hair the other way, trying to get that body. So everyone really missed me, and that was nice. I got a huge welcome, which made me feel really good. Wednesday I had such a good day, and then I picked her up from daycare, and again, this is not meant to scare anybody, but my daughter was covered in spit up, soaked to her belly button in her onesie. She had the heaviest diaper on, like heavier than an overnight diaper. I'll put that there. She didn't nap that day, right? So I had a really good day, and then I picked her up, and then I started like freaking out. I also want to back up. I did say in a vlog that I knew when it was going to become real, when it was happening, that I was going to be a mess. Tuesday, the day before I went back to work, I really bawled my eyes out. I was so sad, and there was like no consoling me. My husband was trying to calm me down and talk to me and tell me about all the positives of why we were doing this. And I was like, you know what? I don't need this right now. I know all the positives. I know why we're doing this. I just need to feel all of my feelings. And he's like, what do you need? And I said, just hug me. So that's what he did. I cried for an hour before I went to sleep. I basically cried myself to sleep. It was like somebody died. If you're about to go through this, it's okay. You gotta let out those emotions. I just had to like let them out. I think I was suppressing them a lot because I was trying to stay level-headed and in a positive mindset about this whole experience, and it's okay to cry and you can still be positive about it. Now honestly, like how I'm doing right now, this first week, if you're a new parent or if you're a parent in general, that first week you have with your first newborn is such an adjustment. You feel like you have everything together and you have a good idea of what parenting is going to be like, or maybe you don't, but for me at least, I was like, I think I know what to expect. I've been around kids my whole life, and you have no idea what you're doing, no matter how prepared you felt. It's kind of like that. We're really trying to navigate. We've messed up. Both Andy and I have been messing up, trying to plan with like dinner throughout the week, making sure we have short meals so that we can spend as much time as possible with Eliza, figuring out the schedule of like who's going to get her so that she's in daycare for as little as possible, and then forgetting who's making dinner or forgetting to take the meat out of the freezer and not having anything, and you're just eating quesadillas and whatever. It's fine. We're adjusting to that. These I lived in when I was pregnant. And now they're like huge on me. I should probably get rid of them. So there have been times where I have been super sad, content, confident, unconfident, angry, and I'm just still acclimating. And I wanted to get back to why I told you about how I picked up Eliza. So that's not meant to scare you how she was that day, because I was furious at the daycare, as you can imagine. And as a new parent, you're learning how to like assert yourself. As a new mom, you're learning to assert yourself. This is your child, and you're with this child for the rest of your life, for the rest of their life. The daycare only has them temporary, or whoever the care that you're giving your child to only has them temporarily. So they're gonna be used to parents complaining and saying things. And initially, I didn't say anything right away. The next day when I dropped her off, I did say something to her teachers in a very nice way. I was like, hey, you guys have a change of clothes. If she's that wet from spit up, can you please change her? And her diaper was very heavy. I have a 25-minute drive home. Can you please change her so she's not sitting in that even longer? And they're like, yeah, of course. So whatever. But then I talked to a couple other people, especially parents that also go to the same daycare, and they're like, you definitely need to let the directors know. So the whole moral of the story is, yes, you have to speak up, because if you don't say anything, it's not going to get better. Every day after that, she's been clean, fresh diaper every time I pick her up. They are really sweet. It's just, they're adjusting and getting to know her too, and I want you to be empowered to speak up because it's your child. The other thing that's been very frustrating now has been this weekend. We were really excited to have the weekend as a family, and Eliza's schedule honestly is just completely thrown off. She did wake up with like a really stuffy, congested nose on Friday morning, and I'm not sure if it was the change of the weather, because here in Virginia the weather is 90 and then it's 40 and then it's 80. It's all over the place in a day. So I don't know if it's that. She could be teething, or she did get a cold while she was in daycare, which is gonna happen. So I've been diffusing frankincense in her room for a couple of days, and that seems to be helping. So I'm learning to go with the flow for that. I know she's gonna get sick. But her whole going to sleep and wanting to feed is completely like all messed up right now, and I feel like sleep training was a big wash. Her schedule, everything that I worked so hard with her as a mom for the first 5 months is now gone. These towels are so dingy. I need new ones. Our cabinets here too like have no room, so I have to roll my towels. That's why I wanted to kind of like give an update, is that today especially, she's been like snacking on me. She hasn't really been feeding, and that's been making me feel frustrated because I work so hard to keep nursing her, and I don't know if she's just going on a nursing strike, what's happening, but those moments that I was looking forward to having with her, they're a little disrupted right now, and I think it's normal, and I think it's gonna be okay. But I wanted to include that to let you guys know everything that we're going through. I'm still feeling like I'm robbing myself. I thought things were gonna feel better on the weekend. I'm really hoping that next week I feel even better than what I do right now. I'm going to be a little bit through the other side of this, but it's definitely been a very difficult transition. I don't think it's ever easy for anyone to drop their child off in any type of care, right? I'm really having a hard time navigating like the guilt of not being with her, and a couple of people at work have told me like you're gonna go through an identity crisis almost during this process because you're trying to get motivated at work again to get like back into the swing of things. I'm trying to like prove myself and get caught up, and I want people to take me seriously again, and at the same time there's somewhere else I want to be. And then just trying to manage it all. I know that I can't do everything. My plan today was to make a really nice breakfast, work out, clean the house. I'm making lasagna later. I wanted to film a video, I wanted to edit a video, and I know that those are like, it's like a hobby that I just took on for myself, was to make these videos, but also I think it's important to put this kind of content out there so that other moms and other parents kind of have a sounding board and reassurance that other people are going through it. So I hope that this video is helpful in that way. I didn't eat my nice breakfast until 12:30. I didn't get myself put together, so I had to go with it, and I had to do what I can. So I'm going to be real and honest. I hope that you like that I'm real and honest, because I have to be able to manage and do what I can so that I'm spending all of her awake time with her, because that's what's at the end of the day the most important thing, is that I'm spending my time with her. I hope that you found this video helpful. I know that it sounds very negative, and I'm trying to be positive and open-minded about this, and I really wanted the intention to be kind of level and just give you the facts of what we're going through. Hopefully you have a better experience. Everyone keeps saying it's no big deal, you'll adjust, she'll adjust, it's harder on you than it is on her, and I get those things. I'm just having a difficult time seeing that side of it right now. But I do also want to update, in case you're curious, I know I talk about this all the time, but I did get my supply back up. I got it up with this supplement that I've been taking. It's Mother's Milk Plus. I'll link it below. The first few days I was only getting like 2 ounces while I was pumping, and I don't know why. I have so many bags frozen, but I have like this internal need to like protect my golden stash, and I don't want to go into it at all. I have 125 bags, like I have plenty, but it is back up. And someone told me if you're taking fenugreek, once you smell and taste maple syrup, you're in the clear, and that's exactly what happened. By Friday, I started taking it every day. I stopped over the weekend, and I'm not getting that smell anymore, and my supply, I've noticed, is dipping again, so I'm trying. I guess you gotta keep taking it. Once I had the maple syrup smell, I was good to go. So that's exciting. Pumping is challenging at work, trying to figure that out. I guess it's like a nice break, but at the same time, like, you feel like you're a cow. So it's not really a break. And I don't know why, but my nips are so sore. It's like I'm nursing again, like learning how to nurse again. So hopefully that gets better. I've heard people saying you're gonna forget some of your supplies, you're gonna forget your tubes, you're gonna forget your bottles, whatever, something's gonna happen. And sure enough, first week I forgot the bottles that attached to my flange. I just had my extra bottles that don't fit. I don't know why. They're Medela, and now I'm with the Spectra. I did end up switching. I'm not sure if I've already talked about that, but it's been like night and day, so much better with the Spectra. So I had like Medela bottles, and I just taped them to my Spectra because I have masking tape. So yeah, I gotta let go a little bit. We're just going through some growing pains, but I am learning to let go and accept whatever is going to happen is going to happen. And at the end of the day, I keep telling myself, at the end of the day, she's still my daughter, she's still my baby. She's not going to remember this difficult time, and it is really rewarding seeing her like staring at other babies and babbling and just being enthralled with what other babies are doing, which is nice. So that's all I really wanted to update you guys on. My laundry's done. I'm gonna put it away. Eliza's still sleeping, so I'm gonna enjoy some me time and maybe read a book or something. I'll probably start cooking, to be honest. But I hope that this is helpful. I just want to keep documenting my journey. I'm going to be uploading videos on Wednesdays, so if you like this sort of thing, please subscribe. Leave a comment if you're going through this or if you're worried about this. Maybe we can help each other out. Share this video if you know somebody who's going through this as well. I really just wanted to kind of document this sort of thing so you can see how, yeah, it might be a little rough, but hopefully my plan is that it's going to continue to get better. So thanks for watching, and I hope that you take care.